Welcome to another edition of What If? Today, we tackle a question that sounds like a childhood dream. What if all clouds suddenly turned into cotton candy? At first glance, this seems like an instant global holiday. Free sweets in unlimited supply. And of course, the first thing everyone does is taste it. But the euphoria lasts exactly until you comprehend the physics and logistics of this phenomenon. Problem number 1. The stickiness. Cotton candy is essentially spun, quickly cooled sugar. And sugar, as we know, is incredibly sticky. You can't just break off a piece. You become attached. Problem number 2. The entomology. The sudden appearance of 80 million tons of sugar will attract insects. Lots of insects. And they will be aggressive because their numbers are unimaginable. Air travel ceases immediately. Cotton candy clogs engines, gums up wings, and makes visibility zero. On the ground, things are no better. The rain of sweet syrup turns the roads into something like an obstacle course. Tire traction? Forget it. Pedestrians face the same fate. Your boots instantly adhere to the asphalt, and if you take them off, you stick yourself. Your city has become one giant flytrap. Wasps, flies, bees, they are everywhere. You are no longer at the top of the food chain. You are just a walking, syrup-covered buffet. Now for the main topic, economic value. How much is a ton of cotton candy worth when it's free and falling on your head every second? Absolutely nothing. Cotton candy instantly becomes the most worthless resource in the world. So, what acquires value? Food and clean water. This is the new currency. If you have a gallon of water, you are rich. If you have a smartphone, you are just holding sticky trash. Attempts to recycle the floss fail. Sugar breaks all machinery. It doesn't burn, it melts and caramelizes, becoming hard as rock. You yourself slowly turn into an exhibit. Perpetual stickiness, a constant layer of sugar. Trying to wash it off just makes you wetter and stickier. Even pests cannot cope with this excess. Cities turn into sticky landfills. And the wasps, meanwhile, have mutated into the dominant species on the planet. But the worst thing is not the stickiness or the wasps. The worst thing is the climate. Water clouds have vanished, and with them, the normal precipitation cycle. Water doesn't evaporate, it turns into syrup. Temperatures soar. Rivers, lakes, and oceans turn into giant reservoirs of syrup and caramel. Thirst becomes the main survival issue. Hope in science. Scientists try to launch a rocket to detonate the clouds and trigger real, non-sweet rain, the moment of truth. Instead of rain, the rocket causes an uncontrolled reaction. The floss compresses into a gigantic, hard block, falling directly onto him. Ultimately, humanity will survive, but the world is forever changed. Life becomes an endless struggle against stickiness and thirst. The moral of this story is simple. Even the most tempting dream, when scaled up globally, can become the most terrible nightmare. And even if you find a way to deal with the caramel, there will always be someone who wants to take a bite out of you.